As Reverend Melissa mentioned, I'm Allison Douglas, and I've been a member of St. James for 6.5 years. My husband, Jesse, and I moved to Montclair from Brooklyn when I was very pregnant with our first son, Will. In Brooklyn, we were very active members in a small Episcopal church in Bay Ridge called Christ Church. We got married there, and it was really important to us that we find a welcoming church when we moved to Montclair. St. James was the first and only church we went to when we moved here, and we were instantly hooked. When I think and reflect on what this church means to me, it's a place of hope, love, and acceptance. It's a place that celebrates all that is good, along with all the challenges and sadness that is part of our human experience. When Martha asked if I would speak today, I'm not sure if I ever responded quicker to an email. I realized instantly that the day was Mother's Day, and I could not help but smile at the opportunity to share my St. James story on Mother's Day. I'm going to pause here and wish all the moms and mother figures a happy Mother's Day, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that this day may also be hard for probably some of us here. For those whose mothers have passed away, for those who have complicated relationships with their moms, for those who may be longing to become a mom, or for those who have children who've passed away, or for any multitude of other reasons. When I joined St. James right when I was about to become a mom, over the years I've experienced such joy with the baptism of both my sons, Will and Teddy. In 2016, when Will was just 6 weeks old, we attended the midnight Christmas Eve Mass. We figured, why not attend the late night Mass? We'd be up anyways with our newborn. During the prelude to the service, Jesse danced with Will to the fabulous music and brought smile to all of those who were seated near us. In the Christmas pageant of 2019, Teddy was casted into the role of baby Jesus at 5 months old. And in 2022, the return of the pageant post-COVID, Teddy was promoted from baby Jesus to donkey. I could go on and on, as there are so many joyful experiences that we've had here. But St. James has also been here for me in some of my more challenging times. The journey as a new mom was a difficult one, to say the least. My mom died from cancer in 2014, and navigating being a mom without my own mom was heartbreaking, along with the void that my children would have by not getting to experience all the awesomeness of my mom as their grandma. As fairly new members, I sat down with Reverend Melissa to get to know each other better and to plan for Will's baptism. I'll be forever thankful for this visit, as she helped me come to acceptance that I was in the throes of postpartum depression. While trying to navigate my new identity, my new role as a mom, being in a new town here in Montclair, I realized then that I was part of something special, that I had a community of support in St. James. Another challenging time was in 2019 when we experienced a home invasion. Reverend Melissa showed up immediately to our home, and she also happens to live down the block from us. This really was one of our lowest points. Reverend Melissa made it abundantly clear that we had the support and backing of the St. James community. Honestly, if it weren't for St. James, we probably would have left our home and left the town of Montclair if it wasn't for all the support that we felt during this time. I was so proud and continue to be so proud of how St. James so intelligently and compassionately handled both the church's and the preschool's actions and practices during COVID. The fact that St. James Preschool remained open and put into place a structure and protocol to safely remain open is something I will always be grateful for. Another point of pride for being a member of St. James is how my extended family and friends feel about this church. My sister-in-law is Wiccan and her husband is Jewish. They feel comfortable and have joined us for so many services here over the years. My aunt and uncle are both Catholic, and they have shared how they love how accepting this church is. Our dear friend who was raised Catholic and has gravitated away from all forms of organized religion expressed to us that this is the way church should be. He had never experienced anything like St. James before and wants to find a place like this for his family. I could easily continue to speak about how special this church is. Between their darkest night service, the thrift store ministry, the community involvement, speaking out against gun violence, mental health, I could go on and on. For all of you here today who are members, thank you for helping to make St. James the community it is. And for all of you here today, either for the first time or maybe come intermittently, I hope my story sheds some light on what a special place St. James is. Thank you.
Wonderful.